Here we are, Thwaites Lane, Windermere, back of Lakeland Plastics, or Lakeland as most of you will find it online. Here's where you usually see me setting off from for going trail riding. Very mild December day, slightest bit of drizzle at the moment. Hopefully not too much going on the GoPro. Just over to the left is the railway line and Windermere station, which we'll come to in a minute. But this is Lakeland itself. See the call centre for taking all the orders, etc. I'll just move myself away a little bit so as you can see what we've actually got. At the railway station, just coming out of directly out now from Lakeland. And boots. Here we are, just leaving the station, wandering along, just coming up to the junction with the A591. Mountain Goat Tourist Information Centre. Here we have across the road the Windermere Hotel, one of the bigger hotels around here. Not a great deal of traffic coming in at the moment. It's unusual to be able to get across here as easily as this. Just heading for the start of the path up to Forest Head. Looks like the whinging don't want us down Elleray Woods. We're now catching more and more signs because we've had God knows how many vehicles at times trying to get up here. Another build that's been done in the last few years. Just about anywhere around here that can be bought and either knocked down and rebuilt for some of the more fancy builds. It seems to have happened certainly in the last 10 years or so. It's got exceedingly busy with new builds. And then up above you can see one of the older properties. It's been there for quite a lot of years. some of the storm damage looking at this. Would be able to see views of the lake down there, just see a little bit through the trees here. Still a bit misty. Looking at this. Luckily it's not got all the big trees. We're definitely well into the area that they're not wanting us to go down. Looking at the footprints on here, there's still people up and down, it's probably clear. I think they've just blanket bombed the whole area with these signs. Quite interesting. Still quite slippy underfoot. Most of it's solid rocks once it's got the leaves etc on them. It's a bit of mud. Not the bestest stuff to be skating down, especially for somebody that normally doesn't walk about. I'm usually on two wheels when I'm on this kind of thing. Still just can so feel the slightest bit of misty, drizzly rain. Looks like they had to clear a little bit of trees out here. Yeah, it's definitely exceedingly slippy. You can't even see what you stood on most of the time because of the leaves. Well, at least the path's clear. You can see it's definitely not so sure. I think some of these trees haven't been in a good way, so perhaps, you know, it's not all bad on everything that's got taken out, so long as they do get sorted out and replaced with something at some stage. The biggest problem is that most of them, the root plates are so shallow before they're actually getting down to rock, and then can't get a really great hold. And Storm Arwen was coming from a different direction than our normal storms and prevailing winds, so a lot of these trees have basically been caught unawares and have been flipped over and finished. I mean, I think that one there is a perfect example of how little it's had in the ground when it has been in the ground. Just approaching Hammerbank viewpoint. I still feel this very fine drizzle. It's coming down at the moment. Hard to believe that a few hundred yards up the road we've got the solid traffic jams. Windermere. Bowness heading down to the left. Ambleside way up there into the distance. On the local council road sweepers, which should be extremely busy at the moment. We're just heading down Rayrig Road at the moment. Just on the path heading back up towards the village from Miller Ground. Some houses and stuff up here, so I suspect anything here will have been cleared pretty quickly, if there has been anything blocking the road at all. Obviously there have been some things that have come down. Look at this. Wow, that's obviously been pushing it over so far it's pushed the wall very recently. Yep. Definitely carnage, and I don't think we were hit as hard in Windermere as they were over the west side of the lake. It's another one that looks like it's just upset the wall with the movement, looking up to go. Very close to the house if it goes the wrong way for that size of tree. You can see here how much force there's been, and once it makes a way through, it just removes everything, just turns it into a wind tunnel. Here we are, just entering the top of the village now, down Elleray Road. Flick you back on in a second or two when I get a bit further on. Queen's Hotel. We've come in, just going down Crescent Road now. Pop my mask on so that I can go in and see Nigel's in the post office. If you need any postcards or anything when you're up here, or Peter Rabbit trinkets, etc., Nigel's your man. Extremely helpful, and kept open all through the first part of the pandemic. Well, kept open through all the pandemic, so very good guy. I'll pop you back on when I can see if he's in there. Here we are at the actual post office. I'll poke in. Yes, here he is. This is Nigel, our local postmaster, here to help you on any occasion. So put your good advert on, Nigel.
You're a star.
It'll be going on later on.
Thank you very much.
No worries, see you later. Place you must stop if you're in Windermere is Huddlestone's Butchers. The pies are absolutely fantastic. I can highly recommend the meat and potato.